Alright, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today's video is kind of special to me because let me tell you a story. It was back in late 2022, early 2023, I started speaking about Expo City Dubai. I made a lot of videos over social media, posted them all across platforms. I reached out to many investors, few of them laughed and few of them ended up investing. The people who have invested are laughing at the people who laughed earlier. The reason being, most of the buildings have not been handed over yet, and they have made a minimum of 30 to 50% capital appreciation. So, the point of today, the point of making this video for you is to understand that it's not too late. There is still scope of appreciation in this location because of the infrastructure that is coming up. Because I believe, personally, I have a conviction in this product. Because it's backed by none other than the government. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. This is his vision. So without any further delay, let's dive into the video. So before I get into all the explanation, I want to share a picture in your screen right now because it's a powerful picture. This is His Highness Sheikh himself. One dated back at 2016, that's when Dubai was awarded to host Expo. This was at the construction site, and one dated back in 2021. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because if you can recall, 2021 was when we were recovering from COVID, from the pandemic, and most of the cities, most of the countries, the borders were shut down. Few of the countries' economy was crumbled. A lot of people were recovering from COVID. The whole world was a mess. But Dubai, being Dubai, opened the gates, welcomed all the visitors, and were successful in hosting Expo City. And I want to share one of his quotes, which is one of my personal favorite as well. We say what we do. We do what we say. This is Dubai. Alright, now let's get into the video again. So this is the map of Dubai. This is the geography of Dubai. What I'm going to show you is you've probably never seen or you've probably never realized when you look into this perspective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the map of Dubai into 3 economic zones. This is towards Sharjah, right? And this is towards Abu Dhabi. Now this is the current airport, DXB International. And here you have downtown and DIFC. Now downtown is the epicenter, DIFC is the financial district of Dubai. We don't have to speak highly on it. And now over here, this is DMCC and JLT. DMCC is Dubai Multi-Commodity Center. They're going to have their own master community called Uptown Dubai. Now the people, the architects who built Burj Khalifa are going to be the same ones who are going to build it. It's going to be a high-rise building. It's going to be a different topic altogether, but it's a free zone. It's for trading. This place, this location has its own charm. Now moving towards southern side, which is the topic of the day, you've got Expo City here, which is going to be the future epicenter of Dubai. I'll tell you why. Also, you have Jafza here. The Jebel Ali port, which is one of the biggest port in Dubai. Jafza shares 33% of Dubai's GDP. That's massive. Now, one of the most happening places in Dubai is this DIFC World Trade Center. By 2030, all the World Trade Center exhibition will be completely shut down and will move to Expo City Dubai, which will host 300 plus events in a calendar year. They already have an exhibition center. They're going to expand, and it's going to be the biggest in Middle East, North African region. Point number 2, you're neighboring to the Al Maktoum International Airport, which is going to be the next biggest airport in the world. We're talking about 6 million visitors coming by 2030. If you even take 10% out of it, that's somewhere around 600,000 people. They will be coming where? They'll be coming to all the exhibitions, all the events, World Economic Forum, World Economic Summit, festivals, celebration, you name it, because Dubai has it all. Now, to add another point here again, You have Emirates moving their headquarters here in the aviation district. All the Emirates airlines will be from here. We have the logistic city here again, logistic district. They want to connect the Jebel Ali port to this and make it a minimum 20 minutes distance for trade. And big companies, Fortune 500 companies like DP World, Nestle, LG, you name it, all the big brands are going to be headquarters, and few of them have already shifted their headquarters to Expo City Dubai. Also, 6.6 kilometer expansion of the coastal line of Dubai. Talking about 400% increase in the coastal belt. You're talking about new beaches coming in, new attraction which will boost tourism. On top of that, you have the iconic Palm Jebel Ali. Now, to prove all this, this will give you the idea what I'm really talking about. I'm talking about Dubai's 2040 urban master plan, where it's clearly mentioned it's going to be Expo 2020, which is going to be the international gate for exhibition and events. Now, this entire land parcel, this is not Dubai South. I'm going to call it, this is New Dubai, because it's going to be, probably we have never seen anything like this. Now let us try to understand the master plan of Expo City Dubai. This is one-of-one prototype. This is one-of-a-kind master plan. You've probably never seen something like this in Dubai or probably in the world, because globally, me coming from the architecture background, people are studying this project for future urban design, which means some others' dream is Dubai's reality. Now I'm going to highlight few of the elements in this location. First is of course the Al Wasl Dome, which is technically the Burj Khalifa of this entire city. This is where the event happened. This is where a lot of activities take place. This is the attraction of the entire vicinity because it is one of the biggest, the largest dome in the entire world. This here, right here, is the exhibition center. Again, you already have a mall which is ready. The infrastructure is ready, which is built by the way by MR. It's going to be operational soon. You already have a red line metro which is operational also. You're talking about a lot of pavilions, you're talking about hospitals that are going to come up, you're talking about schools that are going to come up, there is going to be a sport town, there is going to be a lot of parks. This right here is one of my favorite in the entire region because this is where the high-end villas and townhouses are there. The way they have designed with all the contours and all the other elements, it's absolutely beautiful because it's something unique again. But that's not the point here. You see, this patch of land is called Expo Forest. 1 million square feet of forest. You know, where you're talking about wildlife and water bodies. Gazelles are going to be here. I mean, you've probably never seen something like this. Talking about Expo Market, Art Plaza, residential that are going to come up. I mean, this city, this entire master plan is a city within itself. So now what do we have and what is coming up in Expo City Dubai? So this is Waha Residences 2. After the success of Waha Residences 1, where few of the investors managed to get the full building. I mean, there are people who have bought 3 to 4 buildings, and Waha Residences 2 is your opportunity again, because this is one of the last clusters which are going to be closer to the Al Wasl Dome and the other pavilions. After that, it's going to be in a different location. So this is phase 2. So the render you see, this is not just an image. The infrastructure is already built, right? So it's going to be G+2 structure. You're talking about very low density. It's a very boutique design, very well thought of. We're talking about 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, and 2-bedroom loft apartment with a floor to ceiling height of 6 meters. You have your own terraces, you have amenities, you're just 2 minutes away from the Al Wasl Dome, the exhibition centers, and all the other things. So The prices are starting from 1.9 million dirhams. I'll be sharing the sizes and the prices in the screen right here. You can take a screenshot of it. But the best part is the payment plan and the handover. We're talking about 2 years from now on. And during construction, you pay 50%, and on handover, you can pay 50%. The handover is going to be in June 2027. Now, let's talk numbers. Before we get into the actual numbers and figure, first understand the supply and demand in the entire community. Now, you only have two operational hotels. One is Row Hotel and second is Mason Expo City. We're talking about 330 rooms in Expo City, where current charges off season are approximately 500 dirhams or maybe less than that. But whenever there is an exhibition, whenever there is something happening in this vicinity, the charges are starting from 1000 and go up to 4000 dirhams per night. That is the demand and supply we are talking about. Now let's get into the figures. Now, considering Row Hotel, which has 330 rooms, which is charging 1k to 4k dirhams per night according to the season, Waha Residences 2 will have 287 units. Now, total number of units in Expo City alone, the residences will be 35,000 units only. Now, this is when things get interesting, because by 2030, we're talking about 6 million visitors coming to the city. That is the footfall, 6 million people, because World Trade Center exhibition is going to happen in Expo City Dubai, correct? We're talking about 300 plus events in a calendar year. If you're talking about short-term stay, that's approximately 8 to 10,000 people coming to the event for the experience, to the exhibition center, for any other sports events or whatever it is, whatever the event that is going to happen in the city. You need rooms, and Row cannot accommodate those kind of people. You need short-term rental, you need properties in or around the vicinity, correct? However, you're talking about long-term properties, where you're talking about employees who are working in Expo City, in the headquarters of Siemens, LG, DP World. You're talking about people who are working in the international airport. You're talking about people working in Javza. So many people, they need home where they are close to a workplace as well. But the supply doesn't match. The supply, you see, approximately 60,000 units, you have approximately 35,000 units. The math doesn't match. This is not a speculation. This is simple demand and supply. That is the reason you're going to make money. Now let's talk about the ROI that you're going to make. Now I've taken one bedroom as a consideration because it is better for you to understand. The property, the prices are starting around 1.9. Let's take 2 million dirham. That's the starting price of a one bedroom dirham. Now let's take the per day charges. It's again 1k dirhams. I'm taking the lowest, and out of 365 days, I've taken off the 3 months because it's summer, or maybe there are no units, or your property is not, it's vacant, or it's not rented out, correct? 275 days. Now when you multiply 1k into 275 days, you're going to get 275,000 dirhams. Divided by the property value that you have purchased, 2 million into 100, you are getting a gross ROI of 13%. 13.75 ROI. I've taken the gross, not the net, because again, service charges, maintenance, all this blah blah blah. You can do it, but this is still a good number. This is the rock bottom I've taken. I've taken less days because, come on, 300 plus events. You probably know this is very basic, because I don't want to overhype. I don't want to give you overpriced figures. And I've also not taken the capital appreciation on top of it as well. If you look at this, this is when it gets more interesting, because the 2 million that you're paying is divided into a 50-50 payment plan. Your property will be ready in 2 years. So 50-50 is like 1 million divided, because during construction you're paying 50%. That's 500k in the first year, 500k in the second year, and then 1 million you pay at the time of handover. At the handover, when the property is ready, 50%, even if you're resident, even if you're non-resident, you are eligible for a mortgage. But trust me and believe me, I don't want you to sell it, because this property, this entire building, this entire investment of Expo is not for to flip it. I mean, of course you're going to make money, but if you hold on to it for a long time, this will create a generational wealth. It has its own value, it has its own charm. Now ask yourself this question: does this make sense? Is this good for you? Because here's what I will have to say. Most people invest when things are obvious, but there are smart investors. They already see it coming. They can sense it, because that's what they do. they understand the mechanism of investing, not just in real estate, or it could be anything into business. So my point of making this video again is for you to understand Expo City is not just going to be another different launch or a different product or a different building. It's a completely different on its own. It's an ecosystem. It's one of a kind. It's you've probably never seen something like this, and trust me, you'll probably save this video for later. 5 years from now, this project or this area will be the talk of the town. That's the conviction I have for this project, because I've been talking about this project even before when the Al Maktoum airport was launched, even before the Palm Jubilee announcement was there was nothing there. I was to speak to my investor, if you have a vision of like you have missed out in downtown where you have seen there was nothing there, if you have missed out on investing Dubai Marina, because my uncles, they have been here for half of their life. They used to say the end point was Mall of Emirates. There was nothing beyond, because there was nothing. But you see Dubai, the growth of Dubai, it's been exceptional. So Dubai South Expo City, this is not going to be an area. This is a city within itself. This is going to be tagged as New Dubai. So if you'd like to know more about Expo City, if you're interested to take part in the launch or in the upcoming projects that you want to know, you want a calculation, you need more one-on-one session, you want to visit the site, you want to have a Zoom call, whatever it is, you have a concern, you are interested but you don't know what to do, this is my number below. Give me a text or a call. I'll be very pleased to help you out to the entire process. Fazil signing off. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.